Dear students, in the last class we already discussed the constructor and types of constructor. So in the types of constructor there are three types. First one is default or zero constructor, second one is parameterized constructor, third one is copy constructor. Okay, so now we have to discuss the parameterized constructor. So default constructor means the constructor which does not take any argument. Parameterized means which takes an argument. For example, so class sample in the bracket of int of a comma b, public sample int of x comma int of y, a is equal to x, b is equal to y. So finally, so void display cout a b. So void main, so sample yes in the bracket of 10 comma 20, so yes dot here. So here, so this is the constructor. So this is the parameterized constructor. Here constructor means its name is same as that of the class name. So this constructor takes an argument. So here the number of arguments are 2. Here int x indicates one argument and int y indicates second argument. Okay. So when the object is created, so we can pass the value. See here there are only two variables are there, so that's why I can pass 10 and 20. So here sample yes in the bracket of 10 comma 20 means it will call the sample function. 10 is stored in x and 20 is stored in y. Finally x and y are assigned to a and b. A is equal to x means x is stored in a and y is stored in b. So finally s dot display means it will call the display function. So here it will print a and b. So I already explained this example in the last class. Okay, so this is the parameterized constructor, and the main advantage of using the parameterized constructor is different object with different initial values are possible. Here the first object is yes, I can pass the 10 and 20. So next I can create sample r in the bracket of 30 comma 40. Finally s dot display sample r in the bracket of 30 comma 40 means again it will call the constructor. 30 is stored in x and 40 is stored in y. 30 and 40 are assigned to a and b. Finally s dot display means it will print 30 and 40. See here s object consists of 10 and 20 and r object consists of 30 and 40. The main advantage of using the parameterized constructor is different object with different initial values are possible. Okay. So now we have to see the program of lab. Okay. So that is 1 plus x square plus dot x raised to n using constructor. So this is the 10th lab assignment. So in the function overloading, so you already studied the inline function. In that one program will be there, that is cube of a number, that is also considered as a lab. Even 1 plus x square plus dot x raised to n. So this series can be calculated using the constructor. Okay. So in the given series, so how many inputs are required to solve the series? See here. For example, here x is there, here power is there. It is generally x to the power of n. So it means that you can give the x value and you can give the n value. For example, if I give the x value as 2 and n value as 3 means it will calculate up to x raised to 3. That is 1 plus x square plus x raised to 3. Why? Because here n value is 3. Suppose if the n value is 4 means we can calculate up to the x raised to 4. Okay. So just I can substitute 1 plus 2 plus 2 square plus 2 raised to 3, that is 3 plus 4 plus 8, that is 50. If I give the input value as 2 and 3, so the system should give the result as 15. Okay, so now we have to write the program. Class series compute. So just I can close the class. So here, so I can write outside the class how to write the function outside the class. Void series scope resolution for int I is equal to 0, I is less than or equal to n, I plus plus. Sum s is equal to int s is equal to s plus power of x comma n. So here just I can print c out of so this is the program. Okay. So see here the constructor is series. First the program execution starts from main function. Series is in the bracket of 2, 3 means it will call the parameterizer constructor. So here 2 is stored and here 3 is stored. Finally, E is assigned to x and B is assigned to n. It means that so x is equal to 2 and n is equal to 3. So s dot compute means it will call the compute function. So I can initialize s is equal to 0. Here 0 is less than or equal to 3. Condition is true. Here pop in the bracket of x comma I means it is x raised to I. So if you want to solve this example, compulsory we can include the hash include math.h, because here pop is a function of mathematics. So that's why if you want to perform the powers of any numbers, so compulsory we can include the hash include math.h. Okay. See here. I equal to 0, 0 is less than or equal to 3, condition is true. Here 0 is there, plus power of x value is 2, I value is 0. That is 2 raised to 0 is 1, 1 plus 0 is 1 finally. So s is equal to 1. Next I plus plus means I equal to, I become 1. 1 is less than or equal to 3, condition is true. Here s value is 1. Here x value is 2, y value is 1. 2 raised to 1 is 2, 2 plus 1 is 3. Updated s value is 3. Next I become 2, 2 is less than or equal to 3, condition is true. 2 comma 2, 4, 4 plus 3, 7. 4 plus 3 is 7. So next I become 3, 3 is less than or equal to 3, condition is true. 2 raised to 3 is 8, 8 plus 7 is 15. Then the I value become 4. So 4 is less than or equal to 3, condition become false. Finally it will print this series as 15. Okay, so this is the method of tracing the program. So this part is very very important. This is only assigning. If you want to consider any parameterized constructor, so this part is same. Here the number of input is 2, that's why I can declare 2 variables, a and b, and finally a and b are assigned to x and n. Here we have to use the for loop for continuation purpose. Okay, so now you have to take another example, different inputs. Okay, see, so just I can take x is equal to 3 and n is equal to 4. It means that up to 3 raised to 4, x raised to 4 we can calculate. Here x value is 3 and n value is 4. Okay, I is equal to starts with 0, 0 is less than or equal to 4, condition is true. So s initially s value is 0, 0 plus power of x raised to 0 is 1, 1 plus 0, 1 is stored in s is equal to 1. Initial value of s is 0, the present value of s is 1. Next I plus I become 1, because initially I value is 0, the present value of I is 1. So 1 is less than or equal to 4, again condition is true. See here yes we have to consider this one, not the initial value. So 1 plus power of x is 3, 3 raised to 1 is 3, 3 plus 1 4, s value is 4. Next I plus I become 2, 2 is less than or equal to 4, again condition is true. Here s value is 4 plus 3 comma 2, 3 raised to 2, 3 to the power of 2 means 3 into 3, 9, 9 plus 4 means 13, yes become 13. Next I become 3, 3 is less than or equal to 3, 4, 3 is less than or equal to 4, condition is true. So here s value is 13 plus 3 raised to 3, 3 3s are 9, 9 3s are 27, 27 plus 13, that is 40. Next I become 4, 4 is less than or equal to 4, condition is true. So here 40 plus 3 to the power of 4, 3 3s are 9, 9 3s are 27, 27 3s are 81, that is finally you will get 121. When the I value become 5, the condition become false. Okay, now we have to check here 1 plus 3 square plus 3 cube plus 3 raised to 4 plus 9 plus 27 plus 81. This is 40, 27 plus 4, 31, 31 plus 9, 40 plus 81 is equal to 121. So we will get the same result. It means that, so whatever you have to return the program, that is correct only. So this is the method of solving the parameterized constructor. Okay, and you can take different input value as x and n, and you can trace the program. So then only you will get the complete idea. So how the program will execute, how this loop will execute, how the powers will be calculated. Okay, so there are n number of programs are there for parameterized constructor. So you can solve at least 2 to 3 examples, then you will get the complete idea. So what is parameterized constructor, how the parameterized constructor will work. Okay, so now you have to consider another example. So just you can take largest of 2 numbers. So class of large. Okay, so here the number of inputs are 2, that is int of a comma b. So in the public section, so I can define large in the bracket of, so int of x comma int of a is equal to x, b is equal to y. Here wide display or compute you can write if a is greater than b, Cout A is large. In the else, so you can write Cout B is the wide में See here. Larger in the bracket of 20 comma 10 means it will call the constructor. 20 is stored in x and 10 is stored in y. Finally a and b will get the value as 20 and 10. If a is greater than b, a is large, otherwise b is large. But in the main function, if you execute in the main function, so these two values are fixed. If I execute this program 10 times means the same result you will get. Means this program will not allow to enter the values to the system. Means with the help of keyboard you are not entered, because directly you have to mention the value. Okay, so just we can modify. So in the largest of two numbers, how many inputs are required? Here two inputs. First I can declare int of a comma b. As it is, see how to give the input. First you can write enter a comma b. Next Cin a b. So after giving input, so next we can create the object, that is large L in the bracket of a comma b. Finally L dot. See here the difference. In the previous program, if I execute 10 times, you will get the same result as 20. Suppose if I execute this means every time it will ask to enter the value. Execution starts from here. I can declare two variable, enter a comma b. First time I can enter 10 and 20. So large L means it will count 10 and 20 are assigned. You will get 20 as a result. Again I can execute same. I can do the input value as 50 and 80. You will get the result as 80. Okay, this part is as it is. In the main function we have to give the input, we have to write the statement for it. Just you can add Cin and Cout. After that, instead of mentioning the direct value, so whatever you can enter the values, those values are stored in a and b. At the time of creating the object, you have to mention a and b. Instead of writing the direct values, you can mention a and b, and finally you have to call the particular function. So there are n number of examples are there. Okay. At least you can practice 2 to 3 examples, then you will get the complete idea. So next topic, copy constructor. Copy constructor. See here, constructor means you already know the definition of constructor. So copy means you can take another. Here one is there. Copy means you can duplicate it. It means that another copy. Copy constructor means here object 1 is there, here object 2 is there. So copy constructor means it is used to copy the values of one object to another object. Here object 1 consists of 20 and 20. So these values are copied into another object. So that is nothing but the copy constructor. Okay, first of all, copy constructor is a parameterized constructor. It is used to copy the values from one object to the another object. From one object to another object. Okay. First, we can consider the syntax. Class sample in the public section. See here sample is there, here constructor is there. The constructor which takes an argument means it is a parameterized constructor. Okay, so here copy constructor is, first of all, it is the parameterized constructor. Okay, it is used to copy the object from it is used to copy the values from one object to another object. Okay, so here the syntax is this copy constructor will take the object as its argument. Then why you have to mention this and? Here and indicates the reference variable. For example, if I declare A and B, so this S object will refer the A and B with the help of another object. Okay, so this is the concept of copy constructor. Just you have to remember the definition and syntax. I will tell you example clearly. Okay, so in the next class, so we will discuss the program on copy constructor. Okay, thank you.